Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Raising Kanan. Season 4, going into Season 5, theory and prediction video. And today, I got a 2-subject theory. I got a 2-header, 2-parter, side A, side B, 2 different topics for today's theory. Today's theory, the first topic is, did Kanan actually kill Pop in Breeze's apartment in OG Power in that episode? I know a lot of people have been in the comment section since I made that video the other day where I stated the correlation and why Kanan, it was so easy for him to kill that woman in Breeze's apartment is because the first woman he ever killed was Pop, and people were in the comment section like, yo, that actually is Pop. That actually is Pop, right? I'm going to explain why people think it could be Pop, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion on do I think that's Pop or not. And then the second part of this video, Kanan kills Breeze's right-hand man from the leaked images that I spoke on for Season 5, in which there's a man who Breeze is coming out of the car with. Breeze was in the passenger section, and then there's another man who was driving that car, and I said that that's the same light blue car from a specific scene towards the end of episode 10 of the grand finale. And I am going to explain to y'all why Kanan will likely kill Breeze's right-hand man. All that and more on today's theory. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, now y'all, let's break it down like this. And let's address the first half of this video. Did Kanan actually kill Pop in Breeze's apartment? All right, so it's like this with me. The reason why I can see why people are suggesting that it's Pop is because, for one, we all love making connections between OG Power and Raising Kanan. Why? Because it's fun as hell. Especially if we end up being proven to be right. Okay? The second thing is this. The woman's complexion in that scene where Kanan takes out that old lady, their complexions are very similar. We can't deny that either. However, isn't Pop in the Raising Kanan timeline like taller than Makai Curtis has Kanan? That's the only thing that we got to question, right? But if not that, I want to ask you guys, what other reasons do you have to suspect that that's actually Pop? Because it's in Breeze's apartment? I mean, we got to think about it this way, right? And I'm explaining to y'all why I don't believe that's Pop. And if you disagree, you can go ahead and disagree. But I want y'all to understand something, right? If, for all of you who haven't on, right? Because another reason why people believe it could be Pop is that Snaps end up getting killed. Pop ends up losing it all. And then she ends up just living a regular old lady life in Breeze's old apartment. I have to pose this question. For those of you who haven't on, and y'all real close to y'all on, like in the way where the writers are making us think Breeze is close to Pop. And we have to assume that they close for the simple fact that she wants Breeze to have it all. Right? If you have a favorite on, could you picture your favorite on knowing you're dead, knowing you died in your apartment, and then she chooses to move into your apartment where you died in and spending the rest of her days? Can you picture your own favorite on, your own on doing that? Right? We know how stubborn women can be. No woman is going to voluntarily subjugate herself to waking up every day in the same bed, in the same room, in the same house or apartment where someone who she loved died in. Unless she's real, real old and maybe like her husband died in there. But we got to understand, there's no way Pop would just lose it all and have to settle for moving into Bree's old apartment. Like that's not a thing, right? Another thing is this. After everything Pop was involved in, after everything Pop did, how could anyone expect Pop to survive the wrath of both Kanan and Jukebox and Rock, assumingly? Because I assume that Rock is still alive, right? Pop is going to die, and she's going to die right next to Snaps. Y'all got to understand, they've been called Bonnie and Clyde more than once. They're not being called Bonnie and Clyde for no reason. Bonnie and Clyde, how the story goes, is that they died in a blaze of glory together. Snaps and Pop will die together. That's a fact, okay? And another thing, the reason why I'm telling y'all that that's not Pop is for another simple fact of this, which is the most likely, which is that the creators of the show weren't thinking that ahead. I do believe that by the second season of Power, after they seen how successful Power is and where they could take it, that they did start to formulate the ideas of what would be raising Kanan. I think they came up with the idea for Power Book 2 Ghost after Courtney Kemp and Amari Horowitz started having their problems, and they wanted to figure out how to extend the show beyond that. But I believe that the first spinoff they thought about was Raising Kanan, because that makes the most sense. Y'all got this story with Ghost, Kanan, Tommy, and them. So the spinoff would be how they got to that point. But I do not believe they had Snaps and Pop in mind at the time where they had the whole Bree's apartment thing going on and Kanan smoked that old lady. That's my conclusion on that. Now moving on to the second part of this video, which is Kanan kills Bree's right-hand man from the leaks and then becomes Kanan's right-hand man. The reason why I want to pose this theory is because of this. Ain't no way they're going to make it that easy for Kanan to just assume this role of power. Being 17, 18 years old, Breeze is going to be in his early to mid-20s. Snaps and Pop, they have a plan to make Breeze the number one of everything. There's no way Breeze comes into this alone. So when I speak on this man who's an unknown character as of today, and how they have the correlation with that same car from the leaked images from season 5, and how that same car drove away from Stefano's fish shop, I believe that was Breeze swiftly running out of that apartment. And I believe it was Breeze's right-hand man, whoever he's going to come out to be, driving that car as the getaway driver. That man will be Breeze's number 2, and he will be in Kanan's way. Y'all know, amongst the men in the Power universe, there's a common trope, which is you kill the man that's in your way. We have to believe that there will be a situation where Breeze is going to bring dude in, right? And he's going to be another Brooklyn dude. And Kanan's going to be like, I thought we was partners. And Breeze is going to be like, you work for me, dog. This my partner. And Kanan's going to feel some type of way. He's going to be like, yo, y'all keep trying to little bro me. Kanan is going to end up killing this man. Now, the question is how this man is going to end up dying. Because whoever this man is, he not going to make it past one season. The question is how this man will die. Is Kanan just going to kill him? and leave it at that? Is Kanan gonna make it look like an accident? Is he gonna slip and Breeze is gonna see the value in Kanan more than the other guy? Right? You gotta know that there will be some kind of hurdle in Kanan's way. And the theme of Kanan's life is that there always was a hurdle in his way. Right before he make it to where he need to be, there's always been a hurdle. Okay? I wanted to briefly speak on that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God given. That's touched by an ink. That's on the dome, nigga.